Hi there, guys. It's Lynn from Tinker Tarot and Cartomancy. I'm back. Here I am. I've laid out a reading here. Now, when I was thinking about this reading, I was thinking about fire, all fire energy. So this could be for Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. But I'm going to call this the Sagittarius reading because Sagittarius was more of the focus. But it could be for any fire energy because it's strong fire energy, this reading, okay? I was really focused on the fire, all right? But it's more Sagittarius, excuse me. I forgot I had gum in my mouth. I don't like to talk when I have gum in my mouth. Pardon me. What a bad start, eh? But that's Lynn. That's Lynn. So, this is so interesting. First of all, I want to say, welcome back. Hi, everyone. It was a really nice break. I really needed it. And needed to kind of think about how I wanted to come back, because I'm Sagittarius. I need variety, I need change, and I need to expand. I really do. So we are expanding. And so what I'd like to do a bit is tarot and a talk, where we get into the reading, and then after the reading, we talk about a specific point that kept coming up, and we talk about that a little bit and possible ways to, address it. And I am not the master of anything, but I might have some ideas, or in the comments, other people might have some really good ideas. So it might start a flow of conversation that might help. So anyway, here we go. I was shuffling and I was thinking of fire, and I was thinking of Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. And that's how I thought about it. I see Sagittarius more though. But the 8 of Pentacles jumped out. And the 8 of Pentacles, right away, I thought about focus, You need to focus more, Sagittarius and fire energy. You need to focus more. You're going to you still need guidance. You're not quite the master yet. And you might be taking a course. You might be learning something. You might be trying to develop something on your own, perhaps, and need to spend some time and energy really focused on it, okay? I think you might have something you want to do, but you haven't actually given it the focus. So this is what you need to do. You really need to spend some time with it, and you may need help because this is not the master card. This is still the student card, still has things to learn. But that's okay, you're almost there. But it's an apprenticeship of some sort. It's a training, and it's time spent, time spent. And look at what you're going to gain. I'm all backwards. Where am I? Here. Look at what you're going to gain here, You're going to gain a lot. And this is somehow going to perhaps complete something that you've been working toward, okay? Maybe it also might not feel like it. This might be something off topic completely from what you're doing because you just needed a change. You needed something different, But in some kind of funny way, it could complement what you're doing already, okay? Isn't that interesting? So that's the card of focus, apprenticeship, and mastery. You're working on your masters kind of thing. In the recent past, you have the 3 of Rods, the 10 of Swords in reverse, the High Priestess, the Two of Pentacles, and the Lovers. I have 5 cards in each line this time because I really want to give something a little more deeper, developed reading. So, in the Three of Rods, you're preparing, okay? You're starting to get ready. You're going to prepare and you're going to get everything together because you feel like you're about to go on a journey, or you're about to start a new project, a new job. There's something about to begin, and I think you know it. You know it already because that's why you're preparing. You're getting ready, okay? And there's also something here that you're not ready to leave, even though you're feeling pain, you're feeling hurt, but you're not ready to leave it yet. You know, and you can see that in the Three of Rods too. He knows he's going on a journey, and it could be to resolve this too, right? To try and fix whatever this is going on here in the Ten of Swords reversed. But he's not moving. He's just standing there looking at it like, yep, one of these days I'm going to go over there, but not today. It's not today. So again, this is kind of reverts back to that Eight of Pentacles, where we're not giving our focus to something that we want, something we can see in the distance, but we're not really giving it our time and our energy. And so our mastery is incomplete at this time, right? And we need to complete it. And so this is this, there could be some sort of hesitation here. It's something that you seek. It seems in the distance always in some way. And for some reason, there's something holding you back, and it could be something to do, you may feel limitations because of trauma, hurt, whatever, in your past. But I feel that you really need to trust your instincts at this time. Sometimes, our mind plays tricks on us, and we can't always believe it because it's that angel devil, could be the trickster, playing tricks on us. And so this is kind of where you need to rely on your gut. How does this make me feel? It's not what I think is sensible. How does this make me feel? Because that's a very true compass to go by, Anyhow, I feel like you're going to get a little more in touch with your intuition and your instinct about how to move forward in your life. I also think you're going to start paying a little more attention to your own needs, okay? In the Two of Pentacles, you have the Two of Pentacles and then you have the Lovers, all right? The Two of Pentacles is when we are trying to maintain, we're juggling, right? He's juggling clearly. And everyone's watching while he's, managing to pull this off with very little, He's only has 2 coins, but he needs to fill 3 spots somehow. So he keeps borrowing from this, filling that, and then when that comes empty, he borrows from that, pulling that. And so he keeps juggling to make it look like they're all filled, And so you could be also too, although this is usually financial, or we're really juggling our time trying to make up, for some sort of empty spot or something like that, or perhaps 2, or fill the shoes of, also overfilling our plate. But the thing is, in the meantime, you're just trying to maintain some sort of balance. So this is in your security and your money, and how I think that you might be trying to save some money at this time. You might be trying to refrain from shopping or things that you don't really need. And you're trying to do this wisely. At the same time, I think this is also to do with your health. So the empty spot is the thing in you that you're not giving anything to, okay? You're giving a lot of your time and energy perhaps to your work and your emotional, but you're not feeding yourself very well. You're not eating very well. Or you could be eating really well and giving to your emotional, but not being really social like it, or spiritual, spending any time meditating or going for walks, or to your place of spirituality. And there's an empty spot there, okay, that's not being attended to, okay, kind of being ignored in a way is what I feel, okay. And then you have the Lover's card, okay, and this is something about being stable. In some meanings, it's about holding someone in very high regard, someone that you can lean on. You feel they're strong. Like, look at that strong stone chair. This chair is made of stone. It ain't going nowhere, And this is very solid and could really grow and be beautiful, okay? But it's also a choice card, okay? And it's at a time where you may make a decision, especially, after this, right? And so it doesn't have to be in a relationship. Sometimes it is. But because there's something, where's my hand? Okay, there's something that you're not fulfilling here in this empty spot. And I feel like this choice has to do with that. Because you need, I don't know, I think you realize it, You're doing some reflection, and you're I think you're trying to heal yourself too. This could be healing, and that could be spiritual and physical. I'm not sure what it is. For you, it could be many ways, but I think that you're going to try and fill that empty spot, or put some energy into that, okay? And interesting enough, in your present, you have Temperance. This is the Sagittarius card in the major arcana. And the Temperance is about bringing more balance into your life in all areas, okay? It's not changing everything, like completely. Just making little changes, adding little things, taking little things out, And also your state of mind. Because she doesn't, brood about the past, go over and over the past, but she also doesn't worry about the future. She stays in the here and now, in the present. How do I feel now? What am I going to do today? And I think does a little more planning for tomorrow, because she can see the steps before her. She can see, this is all backwards. How can I do this? This hand's moving, so I need this hand to move. She can see the path. There we go. She can see the path before her, so she can start to make some plans, but still it's here and now. It's not worry. It's just, let's do today. And then the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is, where there is a truth that that you really just don't want to face. You don't want to deal with. when I was looking at these cards laid out, one of the things that came to mind is media. Okay, the media out there. What I don't care what app it is. There it's all stormy weather. It's all stormy weather. It's all like make or break, or oh no, or really really gaslighting kind of stuff. And this might be about taking a break from that, not watching news, not going out in the stormy weather, you know what I mean? And speaking of stormy weather, there's been a lot of extreme weather. But this is either not wanting to face a truth or purposely trying to avoid all this, stuff just gets into your head when you're trying to just have balance in your life. You're just trying to remain calm and feel good and attend to all your needs so that you can be healthy, happy, and move forward. A contribution instead of a thorn, I guess. So this Two of Swords is because a lot of this stuff is really getting to you. It's affecting your sleep probably, okay? You could be having nightmares or get woken up in the middle of the night, and then you can't get back to sleep. It's causing problems, whatever this information, talk, news, media, whatever, it's getting to you. Okay, and so this is one of the reasons why you start to kind of change that. I also feel like there's something you kind of are worried about. You may not be talking about it. You might be kind of just thinking about it in the back of your mind. And isn't it funny, because these two cards, look at them. There's the exact same moon in both of them, right? And in this one, she's really tormented by her thoughts. She feels stuck. She feels like she cannot control her life, her outcome, or, whatever, or these worries, all these fears and worries and everything. And then this one, this person's just like, well, I'm just not paying attention. I'm not dealing with it. It's too much. I can't handle the stormy weather. I'm not doing it. And if I go out there, I'll have to pick up one of those swords, and I'll have to admit that that's what the truth is. And I'm not ready to quite admit that yet, And maybe you just need a break from it all. You just need a break, because that's what the Temperance does. She doesn't worry about all that stuff. She's like, I don't want to worry anymore about everything. I can't do anything about this is what I can do. And it's good. It's good. So I really like because I think that whether it's media or letting things get under your skin, letting things get under your skin is easier right now than maybe it ever has been before in your life. And so I think you're wanting to kind of get that under control a little bit, all right? And then you have the 3 or the 4 and the 3 of Pentacles. Now, the 4 is, a time of saving. This is when you're usually saving your money. You're putting money away. You're saving up for something, okay? You also could be just not, like this kind of is keeping to yourself in a way too, because you're needing to heal. You're needing to, I think a kind of a self-appreciation a little bit, like giving some value to yourself. But after, a time of really maybe a war, kind of a war in your head, you know what I mean? And so anyway, I think that you're probably spending some time on yourself. So you might go for walks. Like I said, you might start including more things in your life that are better for you, okay? In this card, it depicts someone, being stingy, holding back, kind of taking what's not theirs, in a way. And there could be something like that around you, or suspicion. Someone could be worried about that. But I think you need to really focus on yourself and not what others are doing or up to. You need to just because that's where this gal gets in your head again. You know what I mean? And so I think you just need to give value and appreciation, first of all, to yourself and your efforts, and then spend a little time doing the things that you need, yourself. And the Three of Pentacles is another self-mastery card. It's like the end of the apprenticeship. You get that he's putting the final glass into his window that he's made, and people are going to see this for hundreds of years. They're going to come to this. This is quite something. But anyway, it's like you're finishing your class, your training that you do, and you feel like you have something that you can do something with now. You feel like you have a credit, under your name, right? And now you can do something with this, okay? You can start using your skill. You're not a master, again, you're not a master, but you have the skills now. You've completed something. This is kind of a completed of a course or something that you're taking, something that you're interested in, and but you're actually going to complete it, okay? That's good. And that could be in a matter of 3 weeks or 3 months, you might have it completed, all right? So in the future, Four of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, the Hermit, Six of Pentacles, and the Empress. There is a lot of earth energy in your reading, okay? It's a lot of grounding, healing, and possibly, I think self-value, to tell you the truth. It's more like self-value than it is finances. I think you're investing in yourself too, so that you can be of value, be able to do something where, you have clients or get a job or, do something, right? You're building that right now. You're building something. It's kind of a mystery too, in a way, because I think it's only a part of the puzzle. But I don't think you realize how it's going to be, how important it's going to be to what you already have, and how it's going to fit in a way. I feel like it's a click, and all of a sudden the door opens. That final piece. Okay, Sagittarius, fire energy. I have a health warning here for you, okay? I feel like you're going to get sick, or you may be already feeling sick of something. You may not know what it is yet. But I feel like you could be hospitalized. You could have to, be medicated at home, take something to recover, something like that, okay? Because the Four of Swords here, sometimes it's, helping a friend who's sick, which is possibility, but I don't think so. I think it's you. I think that you could come down with some sort of illness or something, And you may even have to have an operation. You may have to, I'm not sure, okay? But I feel like you're going to be on the mend. After this, you're going to start healing, and you got to kind of start from scratch again, you know. This may not be for all of you, but I think it's for quite a few, all right? Because it goes back to how well you're treating yourself, how well you're taking care of all the parts of yourself. There's 4 rings. Oops, there's one on the floor, see? And there's 4 rings, but he's really only giving time to 2 of them, really focused on 2 of them. The other 2, not so much, you know? So this is important, eh? And this is, I'm not sure. You're either working too much, or you're not eating good enough, or you're like, there's something here, okay? And so this is, I think you're going to, anyway, you're going to have to heal, all right, from this. You're going to spend some time in contemplation. And I think this actually, because you're going to switch here, okay? You're going to switch. And this is where you're going to figure out exactly, not kind of, you know. Back in the 3 of Rods, he's looking at a really big landscape. Like, this landscape is huge. And he's like, I'm going somewhere over there. You know, I know I'm going that way, right? But in the Hermit, he wants to know exactly where he's going. Exactly. And so you spend some time. This could be in meditation. This could be while you're healing, you know, while you're healing, and you're doing something new. Also, when you're healing, you're developing something new, as usual, Sagittarius. You don't even rest when you're laying down. Also, this simply could be you have to take a rest. You have to withdraw. You've got to just take some time. And there's a strong feeling of meditation is one of the things that you could take on in your life, which might be hard for you because you might have a hard time quieting your mind. But you probably need it because there's so many things. It's like a starburst. And when you see a starburst, you kind of see all the points at once, not any one point. And you need more focus in your life right now, Sagittarius. You need more focus or fire energy out there, okay? So the Hermit is making a specific plan, okay? He's also gathering all his knowledge or her knowledge at this time and figuring out how you want to share it or where you want to go with it, or, you know, because it's a really it's a deep introspection, you know, and it is because there's something you're not satisfied with. There's something you're not satisfied with. It bothers you, okay? It bothers you. So this withdrawal, contemplation time, and then what you want to start, what you want to begin, what you want to focus on, because you are going to focus. I love the Hermit energy because the Hermit is all about focus, really focused. This guy sits for a long time, you know. You see the in some of these old movies where they have the magic man or the elder or the wise one, and he's way up on the, you know, hill all by himself shaking rattles and stuff, but he spends a lot of time alone. He's contemplated a lot of things. It's not influenced by everything else around him, just really just going within, okay? So when you come out, the Six of Pentacles is here. So the Six of Pentacles, I gotta tell you, this whole line here is about, you know, security and relationships, but also how we spend our time and energy. Okay, I feel like you might be spending some time either helping. You might be asked to help in some way. You might need help. Okay, you might be the asking. You might be doing the asking and saying, I need a favor, or I need help, or can I borrow $1,000? That's probably, it's not $100 anymore, you know. Someone may be asking you. Okay, so this is either giving or taking, this card. All right, it's that. And so whatever side you're on, maybe they have given to you before, or maybe they have taken, you know, so who knows. But anyway, I feel like part of the reason you might be sitting here having to do a lot of thinking is because there's something new happening for you guys, okay? And someone may have asked you to do something for them, okay? They need help, or they need a favor, or they need your time or energy or something, okay? And you have to think about this as something you got to really think about, because it could be a big responsibility. It could be huge, all right? But because here you have the Empress, and of course the Empress is the mother, right? She's the one that is nourishing. She could be the aunt, the grandmother as well. But the Empress can see the plan exactly. You know, this is a chessboard in front of her. And she can see the plan, and she sees it differently than other people, you know. Usually when you sit in front of a chessboard, you have a flat side in front of you. And so it's all linear, you know. But she has it diagonally in front of her, so you can see that square 1 begins with her, and then it multiplies 3, 5, 7, 9, or whatever, how many it multiplies. But it grows, but it begins with her. Life begins with her, okay? The plan begins with her. The new beginning begins with her. So I see you expanding, you know, and this could be in 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 months, okay, is what I'm going to tell you, is when this is. She can see the plan exactly, and she's ready to take the role. She's ready to accept the responsibility. She's ready to be the master. She's the master now. When you're coming out of, you know, training and life experience, and so now she's ready to take it on, and in a really good way. You know, whatever you're doing, I think you've learned a few lessons here about yourself and others, and you're ready to take this on in a really good way. This is gorgeous, you know, gorgeous energy. You're either asked to help, or you may be given help. But I think this is the thing that you need to think long and hard. The other possible circumstance, because I'm looking back at this now, is someone else gets sick. Someone else gets sick, and they can't take care of themselves. They really need help. And so they ask you to help them. You're going to go and possibly nurture them, you know, and help them. This could be a big commitment, okay? And so you may need to think about this, all right? They may offer to pay you, compensate you somehow for your time in some way, And it also could be the beginning of something, but this is, for others. I saw that other kind of scenario. Regardless, you are beginning a new path here. Somehow, this back here leads to the Empress. This, you could be dealing with a mother figure around you. She could need help with her children, with her family. They could be asking for financial help. I'm not sure, but it also is about, it could be more your time and energy, and it could be a lot of it. You know what I mean? It could be a big, because this isn't just one square. You got to get across to the other side of the board, which is a lot of moves away. You know what I mean? Like, chess is a long game. It's a long game. And that's how you have to look at it. Am I in this for the long game? Because it might turn out to be that, right? So you got to really, 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 really think about this, okay? Interesting. I also see a situation, this family, possible family that could be around you. I also see there could be someone in that situation that is trying to get away with someone or takes more than their share and leaves the other ones with less, and but they seem to feel like they deserve more in some way. So it is, I don't want to say stealing, but everyone is aware of it, that it's going on. All right. So something like that. And they're not taking care of themselves in the first place. So they may be unhealthy in some way, not really thinking right. And then may come to you for help again. But there may be others involved in this angle, kids or some sort of responsibility, maybe a dog, cat, I don't know. Some sort of responsibility, though. It's a little bit more than you wanted to sign up for. All right. You also could be healing from something perhaps that you didn't foresee in your life, and also could feel like you face alone in some ways. And so I feel like you could be healing from that. I also kind of feel like in some ways you feel misunderstood. Okay, people may not see all of your good nature, or perhaps why you're doing what you're doing. Okay. I feel like there's like four cards here of the path before you. Okay, 4 cards of this, right? 3 of Rods, Temperance, the Hermit, and the Empress. And these are all about the path before you, all right? I feel like you're taking action on it at this time, and you might be nudged or need to do it. You know, finally you might get hit with some sort of, I feel like you have to have a rest or some time, a break, some time healing from, or help somebody that has to have some time healing. You're going to help them. Something like that, okay? So let's grab a little bit of clarification. This is fun. I missed you guys. I was kind of nervous. At first. Oh, look what we got here. So we have the Seven of Swords and the Page of Wands. You're going to find out that someone is trying to get away with something. Someone is stealing, could be stealing, or trying to get an edge, a better edge, a better position in something. They could be trying to gain information from you. It sounds like they're really interested and really, oh my goodness, and then they go and tell someone else or something like that, okay? But I think that this is good news for you, okay? Whatever this it is. I think, or some truth is going to come to light about someone that stole from you, or something, some information. I think it could be from the past. You're going to find out. Someone might be admitting, but there's some sort of action could be taken. It also could be secret information. People don't know about this, something like that. And it could, there could be some action taken, or you're taking action on this situation. Okay. So you could be aware of something, some wrongdoing of some sort. Okay. And someone who is trying to get away with something, or got away with something like that. And maybe this is some of the stuff that's been bothering you too, But I feel like, you are, because the page is, is taking action on whatever news they get. They do not sit long on it. And this is really good. This is good that some action is being taken on this. Okay. This is what I like about it. I like it. I feel like also you're getting a little more control over perhaps your thoughts, your communication. Perhaps you're opening up a little more about your thoughts. Could be some dark thoughts too, dark thoughts you've been having, and you might be opening up a little bit, and then perhaps not feeling so alone. Realizing, oh, okay, a lot of people were thinking like this, probably because of that darn media. And here I am on the media. There they are. 2 again. It's cute. Cool. This is really cool. Okay. Death and the 10 of Swords. So death is also rebirth. This is cutting something out of your life. Okay. This and moving towards the new horizon. Like it drives me crazy. She is walking towards this new horizon here, and is ready to leave this behind. Leave this. You could have gone through a death. You could have lost someone in your life, and you've been going through some mourning. As I said, down this 4 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, the 10 of Swords. Someone could have left before the end of their story. You know what I mean? And so you could be, ready. You could be still hurt, still wounded, but ready to move forward now. Ready to move on from whatever ended for you. Whether it was a relationship, a situation, or a person. But could have been very, very difficult for you, okay? That could be part of the Seven of Swords too, actually, because you could be trying to do something good from the shadows, okay? From something bad, you're going to try and do something good out of it, okay? Whether you're righting a wrong or you're trying to just move forward positively, like do something good out of this. Like, say a mother of a drunk driver, let's say, okay? And so she could spend a lot of time hating people that drink and protesting outside of bars. Or she could start an awareness program about, how much is too much and what are alternatives you could do instead of driving, and all this pot of sort of reinforcement about, ways to solve it. You see what I mean? Anyhow, the last card in this situation. The last card in this situation. Whatever training you're going to do, I think it's going to be really, really good for you. It's either going to be really good for your mental health. You might be able to make money from it in the future. It could complement what you already do now. And it also could lead to more training, more mastery, okay? These two pentacles could be completely different situations, which I'm kind of feeling. I'm feeling this down here. You're going to be asked to do something, okay, to help. And it could require a lot of your time, energy, knowledge, experience, all that. All right, you got 2 cards here. Let's put some of these things away. And I hope I'm able to upload this. I got to give a big shout out to my friend Sax Francisco. And she has a company called Sax and the Eclectic Teacup. And she reads tea leaf readings. She's a psychic medium. And I met her when I was on the tour there, And I was having a lot of trouble with this MacBook. I just could not. It's such a different path to everything than the Microsoft and all that, the regular, the other laptops. So I just couldn't figure it out. And she drove 3 hours from her place. She told me it was an hour and a half. She fibbed. 3 hours from her place to come down. We spent an evening together. She helped me a lot. We had a long talk and a great time. And then she drove 3 hours back at like 11 o'clock at night. But anyway, she helped me get through this, how to figure this out. So this is my big test drive. Thanks, Sax. I will put her email, eclecticteacup@gmail.com, in the description box below if you want to look her up, check her out. I'm not sure if she's on YouTube, but she's on Facebook for sure, okay? So, the first card I saw is this one, Trust Yourself, 31, which is also a 4. You got a couple of 4s in this reading. 31. And the second card, you have is 25. Release the dark wound. Let love live. So there is a dark wound here. You can see that back here. You're wounded. You're not ready to let it go back here. You're not ready to let that go, right? There's something, there's an empty spot. There's an empty spot there, okay? Anyway, let me read what it says. These are amazing cards, but I do not know them perfectly. Trust yourself. You are wise. You know how to grow, even without knowing how you know. Isn't that interesting? Like the ancient forest, spectacular galaxies, and the acorn that becomes the oak tree, there is a natural intelligence for growth that is beyond logic and reason. It just happens. At the deepest levels, we are governed by this force so that it's palatable. It literally shapes the world. We can become unnecessarily anxious about our affairs and how life will unfold. We forget its presence and worry that our minds have to work out everything for life to happen, for it to be all right. This oracle brings you a message that you are growing. You really are. Don't doubt it. Even if you don't see it yet, remember that so much is happening when the seed is still unbroken in the ground below the earth. It is summing up all of the might, power, and force it needs to push above the topple of soil and burst up into the light. Yet, it is essential for anything good to happen later on. Yet we don't see any of that. We just have to trust that things will happen when the time is right. You're also being asked to trust in yourself. You know how to grow. Don't overthink things. It won't help you. Don't worry so much. You're doing a great job. Okay? You're doing a great job. When you trust yourself, you relax and you can heed your own wisdom, insight, and messages more clearly and easily. You have a big destiny and much to experience. Sometimes you make the error of judging something that's unpleasant as negative or a mistake. It isn't. It's just part of your great hunger for experience. It doesn't mean you have to have a lot of it, but when you do, don't shame yourself for it. Simply let it be. Maybe it's just fertilizer for your next step on the path. It's all part of your life process, and it's all a sign of growth. The oracle is telling you not to resist any points of instability in your life. This even applies to your most treasured relationships or creative projects. That instability is just a growing pain because more consciousness, more love, and more light wants to infiltrate and pervade all parts of your life. The instability is not a sign of sickness, but of growth. So don't fret. Instead, choose to flow and grow. And that is very much the message of temperance. Flow and grow. She just tries to stay with right here. Doesn't worry about everything that someone said or what happened. And she doesn't worry what is going to happen. You know? I just know I got to go out and get my fresh cilantro for tonight's dinner. So the other card you have is 25. Release the dark wound. Let love live. If we detach something from its source too soon, trying to force it to become what is not ready or willing to become, we can unintentionally sap it of its strength and kill it. There is a dark wound in the consciousness of humanity, and it demands perfection and denies process. If you're thinking of publishers before you have even written the book, you are comparing your unfinished song idea to the latest best-selling pop release. Or if you decided you're not good enough or worthy enough to succeed before you've even given it everything you've got and asked for divine help, then this dark wound has you in its grasp. Isn't that interesting, eh? Because that's what it was saying. You're going to focus. You need to give it time and energy. You need to at least try before you give up, because this is something you're kind of halfway there. You've already done half the course. Why don't you go back and finish it? You keep putting it off and putting it off, Sag. Do it. Okay? So, you have to let go of the death grip of perfectionism and let yourself and your ideas live. Love is abundant, creative, and inspiring. It moves so much more joyously than fear. So you're being asked to honor your path, which inspires you. What feels exciting? Let that live. Release the dark wounding of false belief. There are countless stories of vastly successful artists who very nearly binned the project was making their career because of the despair fostered by their own dark nature. And we all have that, even the most spiritual people can get that dark, just those dark thoughts, right? Go there and think, oh, why am I thinking like that? You know what I mean? They doubted. They were uncertain. Was their work any good? Was it useless? They struggled to believe in the right of a work to come to life. Whether it was accepted, revered, or rejected or not, they nearly lost their work to fear. Undoubtedly, there's been many times when this has actually happened and the work was not saved. Do not let this happen to you, okay? Whether something is meant to be commercially oriented venture or a more personal creation, it must be allowed to be. Without judgment, without criticism, even without premature evaluation, okay? It must be allowed to be what it is. Only time, love, patience, and attention will reveal it. So, yeah. It's like something you could be doing isn't how everybody else does it. You might have something a little bit different. Well, people love different. I remember when I started reading and started tarot, not started tarot, but started YouTube, because my friend was saying, geez, you need to be on YouTube. And I said, I don't see why anyone would want to listen to me specifically. I don't have anything special. And she goes, you do though, Lynn. She goes, you know how to tell a story. You know how to talk. You make it sound so good and interesting. And I was like, I do? And she said, yes, you need to be on there. And so I didn't recognize that in myself. You know what I mean? And I needed to hear that from someone else to think, well, maybe, you know what? Why not give it a shot? And she came over and made me. She goes, sit down. We're making these videos right now. So it was a good thing because I feel really confident about it now. Back then I didn't, I thought, I don't think anyone's going to want to listen to me. I don't think so. But anyhow, the timing's perfect because there goes the dogs. Anyway, it's been a really good reading. I think my honey's home. I think he just got home. What I want to talk about a little bit here is kind of like what that was talking about, trusting yourself, letting, someone said something to me, or I might have read it somewhere, maybe, and it said, be careful what you reflect yourself against, okay? So perhaps there could be a group of people or a person or a institute, perhaps. Who knows what or who it is? But we're letting them tell us how to think or not to think, how to feel or not to feel, what to decide or not to decide. And when our instinct is inside, you know, feels it doesn't feel good, it usually means they don't know everything. There's people too. And if you looked inside their lives, they are making mistakes or not doing everything right or struggling perhaps, or it's just not, we're just not all perfect. And so and even though some people that wear the perfect clothes and stuff, just be careful where you reflect yourself into. So you you just really need to trust that instinct, that feeling that, geez, this felt really good. And even if you work it out, you try it anyway, not everything becomes a great success, but you really enjoyed doing it, so you did it. Sometimes that's important too, not whether it won the prize, or you know what I mean, it's something you needed to do, and you need to trust that kind of instincts. It's saying here that you do need to focus on your health a little bit more, filling those two pockets that you're not really giving a lot of time to. And I also think you're going to be preparing for something here. Growing some sort of new seed here. You're going to be nurturing a project at the very least. And I think that you're going to incorporate this training, this apprenticeship, this mastery that you're doing right now, that you're learning something here, okay? You could even be building something, all right? You could be literally building something that you're going to, I don't know, do something with. It could be, I don't know, something. I don't know. Something's brewing here. You're going to have to tell me. Anyway, some of the nurturing, I think, is going to be to yourself first, though. You're going to be doing these check-ins. Did I do this today? Did I write in my journal? Did I go for a walk? Did I eat a snack? Did I drink some water? You might have a checklist. Just kind of say, did I do this today? I kind of check in. Just checking in. Did you have some water? You might have a little thing on your fridge, a friendly reminder to help you bring some of these good things into your life, and maybe taking a break from some other things, okay, is also because you're allowing that space, you're allowing that space to bring those things in now. So really nice seeing you, really nice talking to you again. I have missed you so much. I want to thank you so much for sticking around and kind of waiting for me to have this little break. I don't know exactly when every video is going to be coming out. Today was just random. I got I couldn't go to work. I was supposed to go at 11 o'clock this morning, and they asked me to not go in until 12:30. So I said, you know what, maybe I'll do a video. And so it was very random, spontaneous. So that's why. And so I'm not exactly sure when the other videos are going to follow, but it's a start. It's a start. Anyway, guys, I love you so much. Talk to you soon. If you want to give me a thumbs up and all that stuff, you can if you want to. And a comment is great too, or anything that you would like to share, part of your experience. Like I said, we all have something to offer, okay? We are all important. I love you. Bye.